Now, the Tom Brady roast, sure, all eyes are on him, but no one talks about Brady. It was the Nikki Glaciers and the Burt Kreischers, right? And the
that is
Gronks
true.
and the Elements.
That is true. That's a good point.
It was the guests. Exactly. I agree. We're just Kevin Hart. People forget that he hosted it. But he put it all together.
Listening to other comedians and like hearing their take on the roast, I guess Kevin Hart was the best host of all time.
He was the GOAT host of the GOAT roast.
Like when you think about little things that like nuances that you'd never know because you're not in that world.
Yeah.
But like how to silence a crowd and how to like shock moments when everyone's like laughing and when the comedians come up, they never want people to be like riled up.
Yeah.
Because that takes away from their set.
Yeah.
But you also want it to be organic and natural.
So
and
Kevin Hart,
they all were like,
set it up.
He was
the
just
right way.
he took all the shots.
Yeah.
He settled it down. It was apparently, you know,
But you also
they said he was awesome.
organic and
I believe it. I mean, he is a GOAT comedian, I'd say.
He is a goat. Hey Tom, fuck you.
Fuck you, Tom.
Fuck you, Tom.
Did you watch all 3 hours of the Brady roast?
Twice.
Twice? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
watched
shit
it
was good.
once through, and I think everyone was a good sport about it so far. It seemed everyone took their lumps, you know? No one was too hurt by it.
No.
I also heard...
You can't go to a roast and then get offended by things.
Yeah, but that happens all the time. You hear that, like, people are, oh, I wish they didn't say that.
No,
Whoa.
definitely. Well, I think...
Yeah, I mean, everyone's in their,
I actually heard that...
fields.
Who made the rub and tug joke to Kraft?
Oh, the roast master. I forget his name.
Was it Hinchcliffe? Tony Hinchcliffe?
It was the big fat guy who came out in the OJ jersey.
Oh, yeah, the
Jewish guy.
Jewish guy, bald Jewish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they weren't supposed to joke about that, but they did.
And then Tom Brady was like, "Don't say that shit again."
Yeah, I guess that is what I heard. Fuck it, dude. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking joke. Ty and I were just talking about
someone had to go there.
Yeah, so Ty and I were just talking about that. Like, we're supposed to be able to make fun of dark shit. That's the whole point.
And I guess getting back to like the science of it, because they consider that guy like the roast master. Like he's a part of all of them.
Yeah.
And to protect other comedians, he took like that blow. Of like crossing.
He crossed the line so they could walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to the
He
science
crawled so they could walk.
of a roast.
Wow.
But I guess there were two things that they weren't allowed to touch on, and that was Kraft and his kids.
Oh, Brady's kids?
Yeah.
Brady's kid who has a huge dick, supposedly.
Wait, what? Hold on.
What did they call?
Whoa.
You've never heard that?
What's the tank?
Why would I hear about this?
No.
The tank?
It's an old Barstool story. Portnoy, like early Barstool.
Like
when they were
still
in
at
Milton
Mission on the Bay Barstool type shit.
Like they were still in Milton.
What does that mean?
Because he's from Swampscott.
Oh.
There was like but the paparazzi took a picture of Brady and his kid on the beach, and Brady's kid didn't have pants on.
Whoa, what?
Shit.
And he was very young, a howitzer.
Howitzer.
And the blog was titled like a howitzer or something, and Brady compared Tom's kid's dick to the howitzer because I guess it was big for his age. Is the joke.
Whoa.
And yeah, Tom went on the radio and I don't know, there was some drama between them.
He wasn't happy about it.
He wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
That's just strange. That's weird vibes.
Yeah, and the first I heard about it was actually in college, shout out Assumption, when freshman year we were talking about it. You're like, I think you were driving the conversation, and you're like, yeah, Brady's son's dick is like as big as a horse or some shit.
A howitzer.
Howitzer.
I'm all for having like a good,
a
strong
big dick.
family.
Yeah, we know. We get it. We get it, bro.
Dude, So
I'm all for a good strong family bond, but like I think that's a little too much. That's a little too much.
What?
I would say, hey, if Brady wants to kiss his kid on the mouth, I was cool with that. This one's a little too much.
No, Brady was defending his kid.
yeah,
Yeah, of course, but it's just strange.
How was that too much?
that his kid's naked on the beach.
Yeah, that's
He's
tough.
like he was like 3.
Yeah, that's like changing
yes.
his diaper.
I thought he was
type
like-
shit.
No,
He
no.
was 12. Just
I thought he was like
Brady's
12 years
yeah,
old.
flaunt that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was like,
No.
whoa, that's crazy talk.
No.
He was 3. Okay.
Yeah, he was like I don't know if he
Different
was
story.
3.
He was 3 and he had a howitzer.
He was that
Yeah.
young. He was that young, and that's why Dave thought it was funny,
Yeah, no, that's
right?
that's ridiculous.
It is. It was an insane article, and he ended up. I think that's like, he always says he doesn't delete stuff, but I think that was the one that he
He had to let go.
Yeah,
He
Had to
had
let
to.
go.
He had to.
we I had a high school math teacher who loved to pull pranks, and like early, like 2014.
Early
or
times.
It might have even no. It would have been like 2012 because I wasn't in high school yet. One of his
Okay.
pranks was it was Valentine's Day. Cute. It was just like the
That was
notorious.
just his prank.
There
It was
was this-
Valentine's
no.
Day.
There was this notorious cute girl in the class,
Oh God.
and there was a guy who wasn't. Supposedly cross country guy, great guy, just a little shy.
Wasn't the
gonna-
ladies' man.
Yeah, it wasn't a ladies' man by any means. They were in the same math class. He wrote a fake Valentine's note
Oh my god.
from this girl to this guy.
No way.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes,
the
he
teacher did
The
this.
teacher. Yes. That was
First of all, that's hilarious.
That's
But
funny,
second of
but
all,
that's mean as fuck.
That's as mean as it gets.
Oh,
he
God.
also coached track, so like he did have a sort of relationship with this kid, but
Okay.
still,
okay.
yeah. I mean, I don't know the intricacies of
What
it.
was the letter?
Just like it was like essentially a love letter.
Like, be my Valentine.
Yeah.
Type
he,
shit.
He was suspended.
And was he through the teacher was suspended?
Yeah, that was suspension number 1.
Number one.
What was
one.
number 2?
Did you guys? You guys probably called it turtling, but we called it nuggeting, like backpacks.
Oh
We-
yeah.
Oh, were you
yeah.
inside out? Okay.
This was a soft.
What do you call them?
I called it nuggeting.
Nuggeting.
Turtling
kinda-
makes much more sense, I think.
Yeah,
No,
I feel
well,
so.
it
Should I
looks
go
like
grab
a
my
nugget.
sunglasses? I feel so out of touch. We never even introduced our guest today.
Yeah. Grab the shades and we'll introduce.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Hold on to that because that story sounds hysterical.
He was a wild man.
So yeah, I mean, this is that EB education or is it?
Yeah.
Rand, are we live right now? Hey, everyone tune in from home. Thanks for tuning in. Go call 10 friends and tell them to tune in as well.
Tune into McDonough Music.
McDonough Music, the next big DJ. He's the next Avicii.
That's what they say. Oh, what opened at Scorpion the other night?
Open at Scorpion. We're working on getting him at Playwright.
Oh hell yeah.
But, Playwright, they're stingy over there.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. Just because they're hardos.
But they do like the Southie, like local music day, where don't they have like
Yeah.
local talent come?
Yeah, like
I actually think that's really cool.
Tuesdays or Thursday or something like
Yeah,
that.
something with the T. I think that's awesome. They should do that for a DJ as well.
And for podcasters.
And for podcasts.
Can I open with our guest with a song really quick?
Please do.
I'm gonna play it through the headphones, so it's fine. You can continue that.
So we dancing it in? Or we
Yeah,
playing?
dancing in right now. Dancing
Dancing it real quick.
and then I'll play the song.
Bye. Thanks for coming on.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Hey.
It's been way too long since our last appearance. What
It
I
has been a
think
while. It
I
has
think it
been a
was episode 8.
It was early on. And that's why
008.
That's why this song is perfect because we lost that second one that we did.
I can't believe that either. That was a good one.
This is a good opening.
Shout out Kendrick.
I love this.
Done every magazine with fame to me. Sounds like Varg to me.
Sounds like Varg.
Recent winner, Kendrick. That's what they're saying.
He won.
Streets.
He won.
That's what they're saying on the streets.
Kendrick won.
I'm a Drake guy, but Drake over Kendrick. Oh, most overall.
Kendrick over Drake.
Drake has more hits. More slaps.
Define hits.
More slaps than the Beatles.
Name a better song than Money Trees.
I can name. I mean, it's all subjective.
I guess, but you know the deal. But yeah, the song just gets me hyped up.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had to get hyped for Varg. Oh, all right. That's it. Hey, stay hard, guys. All right, word.
Stay hard now. Stay
The
hard.
Goggins mentality.
Yes, sir.
All right, now we're back. We're back. We're logged in.
We're back. We're better than ever. People watching live. We're on Twitch.
Tune in
You
live on
already
Twitch.
know.
Do you need the link, TB?
Yeah. Send me that link so I can post on the IG. You know,
send you that
you know
link.
the vibes.
While I send this link, Varg, you were telling us about the story about getting this guy that got suspended because he wrote a love letter, a fake love letter joke as a joke to one of his students that he was close with.
Absolutely.
And so what was the second one?
Second one, there was a serial nuggeter or turtler who went around just ferociously turning kids' backpacks inside and out. I mean, the kid was fucking relentless.
Who was it? Do you know? I mean,
Yeah.
don't,
And he was
don't name
fast with it
names.
too?
I don't know if it was more of the speed. I
was just
think,
the
like I
amount.
think kids were just they were caught lacking.
You were caught slacking.
Yeah.
You were caught sleeping. So, but this kid, I mean, it was his fucking mission. I mean, he woke up that day with a purpose.
Yeah.
And the purpose
He chose
was to-
violence.
Brick by brick, he was gonna set some records about the nuggeting, and
Gotta respect it.
and in my point of view, I mean, it was a harmless prank.
Yeah.
And for a teacher to be a vigilante like that, to protect the students.
So what did he do?
So
Exactly.
he fired back. He fucking nuggeted the shit.
Oh, he nuggeted the kid.
At the kid's backpack, yeah. And the kid, I don't know, he kind of fucking cried about it.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, that is a soft
Boo.
suspension.
That's
is a
so
soft-
boo.
Yeah.
If you're in a turtle, then you got to take it back, you little bitch.
OD.
Come on now.
But this kid, I mean, kind of like historical, like complainer. Like he was kind of you could dish it, but you couldn't necessarily.
He
take
had it
kinda
coming.
guy. Yeah,
A little bit.
He was just that guy.
he was that guy, and
Boo.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so that was suspension number 2, and then he did end up getting let go after I graduated, and I fucking loved this guy,
Good guy.
Great.
Great
Great
seemed like
guy.
a good sense of humor.
dude.
I know. I did like
awesome.
where his head was at. It was funny.
He's in the Stonehill baseball record book
Oh, really?
for like stolen bases.
That's legit.
Dude, him and Tim
He's a-
Graham have like beef because they
Tim
like
Graham.
because they
Shout out Tim Graham.
shout out Tim Graham because it was like back in the day when they played against each other in college, like this guy, and he was a little guy, really fast though. He's a sprinter. He's my sprinting coach. He ran at Stonehill as well, and just really fast twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he stole bases, and I guess like I don't know, there was some like unwritten rule about stealing, or he bunted or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
One of those weird baseball things.
Yeah, and I don't know, they beefed pretty hard. But dude, I fucking love this guy. He loved to decipher dreams.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
What did you find out about the deciphering of dreams?
That I was a 16-year-old kid. My head was, my
Your
head
brain
was in
just
the
can't.
cover.
Yeah. Doesn't have the capacity at that point.
You're just all over. I mean, you're all over the place. You don't know what to focus on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
your energy is through the roof.
Through the roof. Don't know what's going on.
No, but I was trying to figure out what a razor was.
Well, so you started. Well, actually, I know your brother started shaving. He's always had a beard.
dude, I mean, I don't know if I remember my brother without facial hair.
That's crazy.
I'm being
That's
serious.
crazy.
It's like, cause he's 6 years older. I mean, that man had a mustache by like my earliest memory of him.
That makes sense. 'Cause-
TV, I just sent the link. Sorry.
All right, word.
It was just taking forever for me to load it. All right, we're back. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Continue.
No, we were talking. My family's like Portuguese, Italian. We got some Irish, but
Big mix.
we're fairly hairy though. I think that comes from like the Italian side.
That'll
perhaps.
do it. That's some Mediterranean blood.
And
Yeah.
my brother was like, I mean, that man had a beard by like 8th grade. And,
We know the type. We know the type.
yeah, and he
That was teabag.
and like
Definitely not.
he went to Catholic high school, and you had to shave every day. I mean, his was just getting out of control. He would have like 5 o'clock shadow by the end of the day, and you know he wasn't
Crazy.
He wasn't. He liked to push the law a little bit. So that man, you know, he was not shaving. He was not shaving.
Yeah, he let it rock for a little bit.
I mean,
let it grow.
they made him shave dry with like a rusty razor.
Oh,
At your
true
school?
story. At school, yeah. He was like 6 years older, so when he was in,
That's so wild they would do that.
yeah, he had the,
What about that tetanus? You
the-
trying to get
the
tetanus?
fucking priest? I'm pretty sure it was like made him do it like inside the church.
Sheesh.
that's borderline.
So you were
Penn State.
you went to a Catholic school?
No, I went to public.
I went to a public school.
Yeah, so they were my older siblings are 6 and 7 years older,
Yep.
and then my dad's family was his parents were very like religious.
Yep.
And then once they had passed, it was kind of like my choice. And
Okay.
then I was gonna go to Catholic Memorial
Yep.
and be a knight.
Wow.
And then
Did they recruit you?
Like the Dark Knight?
like the Dark Knight, they're Silver Knights though. I had some good conversations. I don't know if it would be recruiting, but I had a nice conversation, and they showed me that because like that was when, dude, they had Armani Reeves, Ohio State, Cameron Williams, Ohio State, Patriot. After that,
Former Patriot.
they had like a guard that went to Navy, and they had a
Damn.
quarterback that went to UNC.
So they were stacked.
They were nasty.
They
And,
just
like,
needed you at running back.
I was in 8th grade, but they did show me there like I got to go into like the headmaster or whatever the fuck is it, principal's room, and they showed me like all the letters that these kids were getting. And
Yeah,
dude,
you were
it
getting
was fucking
recruited.
Sick. It was fucking sick. But I went with East Bridgewater because that was the place.
Hometown
East
kid.
Boys.
Bridgewater.
I mean,
Those are the
EB.
boys.
They
Those
were
are the boys.
nasty though.
We were good.
Go to the Super Bowl our senior year, right?
Yeah,
So when did you leave EB to go to ASCO?
Same year as we did.
yeah. 2016.
Oh,
It was
shit.
first year.
So East Bridgewater is a high school.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Damn, and they were nasty.
We were historically like East Bridgewater was always really good at baseball. We are lights out in track. Like when I was
All like the crazy sports.
I mean my entire collegiate career or high school career, I didn't lose a spring track meet. Like we were fucking
You were toasting.
Nasty.
80-0.
You were
80-0.
waxing kids.
Waxing the South Shore League in track, and
That's
that,
crazy.
in winter.
80-0 is wild.
80-0.
In winter, I forget.
Don't even show up to the
Bishop
meet.
Fian, I think Bishop Fian gave us some trouble in winter. They had this kid like De La Sante. He ended up.
De La Sante sounds like a sick name.
He ended up running at URI.
So he was a certified fast guy.
Dude. I mean, this dude. His arms were longer than his knees. I mean, they were past his knees.
Damn.
Just
Aerodynamic.
yeah. If he was in the heat you were in, you were probably coming in second, third.
Damn. That
Yeah,
was.
bro,
I felt that a
some-
lot in track meets. I was so bad. But
Track was fun though.
track was fun though. I had a good time.
Hey, Wakefield track, don't sleep on them either.
Wakefield track was also nasty. We were dirty, and We won a lot of like championships, a few banners, so that was cool. And
Up in the rafters.
I was just cheerleader guy realistically, so
What were you doing? What were your
I was throwing, but I was terrible. I would throw like 35
a little
feet.
shot?
Yeah, a little shot put, a little discus.
Did you glide?
No, I did a spin.
Oh,
Yeah, I went with the spin.
That's next level.
Yeah, just because like since
That
I
is
threw
next level.
disc, I was like I might as well just like utilize it in both, just
Hell yeah.
like practice it more. But you feel dizzy as fuck.
and like because I also threw shot every now and then. It was like maybe one would go in if I spun. The rest I was a
You
glider.
just foul out so easy, dude.
I was a glider for sure.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
It's very easy to foul out a shot put. You can kind of get a little wild in the disc, but you can't like
Shot
the
is
shot
like
is
very
the platform
technical.
is so tiny. You're gonna fall out.
Yeah.
You gotta like really be disciplined. It's hard, but I missed it though. It was fun.
Yeah,
I think being tall also helps.
For sure.
leverage.
Just length.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
length.
I mean that fucking release.
The
If you got long arms.
the parabola, you know.
Oh yeah. Fuck
Mm, big
When you-
words.
You know the x squared.
yeah. Hell yeah.
You know.
Type
I-
shit.
If you
I
remember
definitely
remember
don't.
using the
Definitely
Texas
don't.
Instrument, you don't remember the come on now. You don't remember graphing on the TI?
I do remember the Texas Instrument. I do.
What a great calculator. And for those who don't know, a TI was a Texas Instrument. It was a calculator, and it could graph, and it was huge for things like geometry and trigonometry, calc, all that stuff.
I was in.
And
Big brain Rand.
I big brain ran. I mean, I was.
I just took a lot of science classes, dude. And I
Big brain.
was just telling him, dude, I used to write in the back of the TI, like when I took tests, I'd write notes in the back
Oh,
of
yeah.
the calc.
That's
And
par for the course.
Did you like it slid in so you put stuff that
It would slide in, so dude,
Mhm.
trust me, I was a bad student, but I was a good student.
yeah. We were in.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's all I gotta say.
I had was in AP Stats, and it was just one of those classes you took. If you showed up, you were you were good.
Just gotta show up.
Those are the
And
best classes.
it was starting to change my year because like that was
They
word,
figured it out.
word was getting around.
Ah,
And
scum.
then,
They ruined it for all of us.
But the tests were online, so still, if you could find it, you were good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was all like me and my buddies, and we were constantly dicking around. And I hand in a test, and like calls me over whenever like the next class was. And she's like, Jared, excellent job. You got an A. And I was like, studied real hard. She's like, the only thing I'm curious about is all of your answers were figured out like next level. Right? Like you skipped a bunch of steps and doing things that like are advanced that I didn't teach you. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm caught.
I love that you accepted it.
You
I
had
love
to.
you have to respect someone that's like, hey, the jig is up.
Hand
The
up.
jig is up.
is up.
We
I
had a-
respect that.
We had a good relationship, but
Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
yeah, I was like, yep, that's it. That's all.
She never
what
trusts
now?
you ever again?
No, I mean, I definitely sat in the front row after that. Yeah,
What'd she say?
she was just like, you know what has to happen. Like what? And she's like, well, you're getting a 0. I'm like, all right, fine, Miss Principe, if you want to be that. If you want to
Hey,
be
that's
that way.
it's better than
You want to be that way.
better than because some teachers will be.
Sometimes you have to
OD
learn the
and-
hard way. You know what I mean?
No, but some
Sometimes-
teachers will take that and like get you expelled.
For sure.
Oh,
You
that's
know what I mean?
ridiculous, dude. You're a child. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
You're just doing it because of anxiety.
But
I was
you-
just telling Ty.
you got to learn the hard way.
You gotta learn the hard way. I was just telling Ty that like, there's a Kanye West interview where he's talking about how like in life we always try to do the right thing, say the right things, and he's like, when you try to do that, that means you make life into a test, and the most anxiety-driven thing is taking tests. So like you just live life super anxiously because you're always worried about coming correct, but it's like it's okay. Like I said earlier, butterfly effect. Like all the little things lead you to here.
I do. I love that quote.
So
Yeah, don't- you don't wanna-
Authenticity, man.
yeah.
Facts.
Don't treat life like a test, dude.
Just
Fucking
be yourself, I
yeah,
guess.
Don't because we
Flip that.
we create our own.
Clip that, John.
We
Put that on
create
Pinterest.
our own suffering, dude. We make our own anxieties.
People suffer more in the mind,
People suffer so much in the mind.
more than they do.
Do you think men suffer more than women in the mind?
Probably not.
I feel like
Good
women, most of women suffering, or most of people suffering is in the mind, but I feel like women can get in their heads a lot. I mean, it's different for
It's
everyone.
probably equal,
but
I would say.
Yeah.
You know, it's too random, I guess. Everyone's too different.
Well, I think women's cortisol levels are higher, which
Is
causes,
that true?
Which causes stress.
Stress.
All right, so there's science
Ah.
right
So
there.
I do think that is a.
We didn't teach you this, Varg. I think this is too high level for us. You might be cheating again.
My bad. My bad. Hand up.
Yeah,
And,
I'm caught.
I'm caught. God's in the bag.
This is high level shit, though. High level vibrations.
Dude,
Always.
I'm all about them. Good vibrations. Damn.
All about that.
That's a banger.
That is a bad.
So, enough about high school.
Yep.
Yeah,
What have you been up to lately, Varg? You know, we've had you on episode 8. We had you a time in between, but it got deleted. R.I.P.
Life was just kicking us while we were down.
Bro, but you guys got back up.
But we got back up, kept moving.
Yeah, we were just actually talking about the same thing about how, like, who's scarier, the person that gives the knockout punch or the person that can take the knockout punch?
Dude, the strong chin.
The strong,
No,
the
you
Mexican chin?
the-
Can't beat the strong chin.
You can't.
You can't. You really can't.
No, man. So I'm reading The Art of War
Ooh.
Sun Tzu?
By Sun, yeah.
by Sun Tzu.
Damn.
Talks. It's just got like relentless effort is
It's the only way you win.
one of the ways you win is relentless effort.
It's the
One of the
yeah.
ways you win.
It's the easiest way, I would say. Not the easiest, but like if you just keep coming day after day after day, brick by brick.
Consistency, man.
Yeah, that's like you said, the most relentless. Yeah, eventually something's gonna crack. You know.
But even in like all the time in sports, you see it, and it's like the best feeling is when you are just like kicking the shit out of somebody or someone or like some team, and you can like literally feel them like
Quitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're,
Like you can
they're
feel it,
beaten, defeated.
You can see it,
Yeah.
and like that's like awesome
Yeah.
because you're just having fun kicking ass.
You just feel like the man.
Yeah, and just like, but then like those are also some of the best games when like knockout blows are both being sent,
Yes.
and like those are fun to be a part of.
The dog fights.
But definitely, like if someone is relentless, like
That's
that's
terrifying.
It's tough to beat
That's a power.
someone
That's a powerful.
who doesn't quit.
Exactly.
for sure.
You
That's
know?
a powerful thing to. You have to be a strong type of person. You have to have a crazy mind to be able to like will yourself. You know what I mean? It's so easy to just be like, all right,
Or it's
I'm
not
caught.
even.
I'm caught. But it takes a will person to will themselves out of it.
That's
Strong ass
That's what it's
person.
about, man. You know,
Damn.
life fucking. Tell
That's
you
why
what,
Rocky
it's
was so
undefeated.
popular.
It's undefeated, man.
Life is
We're undefeated.
undefeated.
Hey, we still got blood pumping through us. We're undefeated.
That's it, man.
That's how I look at it, honestly. We're undefeated so far. We made it this far.
But
You're not wrong.
it's coming back.
Um,
It's coming back.
in ZB's new album, he has a song called 28, where he says in the song, like, it took 28 years of blood pumping through me to be in this moment with you. I think talking about his girl. And I don't know, I found that very poetic. That it took him 20 years to just get, like, the thing he wanted. You know what I mean?
Dude,
The thing he felt he deserved.
silver linings.
Silver lining. Exactly. If it takes 28 years, or if it takes 10, or if it takes 40, like, who cares?
So, my boss, right, had a open heart surgery, essentially life-saving surgery 10 years ago.
Wow.
Damn.
Caught it on a whim, right? One day he just decided to ask his doctor, like, do we need to check anything?
No shit.
Felt great. Was in incredible shape.
Just randomly asked.
Yep. And so that, you know, he's like, you know what, we could, if you want. He was like, why not? Fuck, you know, screw it. Put my, you know, give my wife some ease.
Yeah.
End up, like, fast forward, sets up a radiology appointment. He's under, it's supposed to be 10 minutes. from 10 minutes goes by. Now he's in there for 30. Fast forward, the score he's supposed to get is from 0 to 400, right? And it's a scan of the heart. 0 is your heart's incredibly healthy. 400 is you have a very likely event, or it's a high risk of a cardiac event.
Yeah.
Very likely to happen. When he got his call, they told him the doctor had never seen
No.
a score so high. He is the third highest score ever recorded in like the 3000s.
Oh my
So
god.
his heart,
But he felt fine.
but he felt fine, and because his heart had created, because most of his arteries were clogged in his heart, but it had created capillaries, which is essentially it like trying to make itself right. And he was in. They called when he was in like San Francisco in a business meeting. He's from Houston, and they're like, "Dude, you have to come home. Like, you need surgery now."
Now.
Wow.
So then, right? So all that being said, he has the surgery, life is saved, and it's like, imagine someone tells you that you probably should have already died,
Been
Yeah.
and you could die. Like, that weight, right, of that news is probably incredibly,
Borrow time.
just like that
Just
feeling,
weighs
just
on
you
you.
probably knockout punch, right?
Yeah.
So then, he's like, he came out of it with this incredible.
Different
feeling,
outlook.
a different life.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called Life 2.0.
Damn.
And it's just like, to be grateful for every day. But also his like second career, his side hustle, he goes and speaks on behalf of nurses and doctors and what medical professionals and their service does for people.
Yeah.
So all that being said, he made all these incredible relationships with surgeons and nurses. So that being said, that was one silver lining. He was, his wife had some sort of checkup, and she went under, and they found like a giant mass on her lung.
Whoa.
Damn.
So they didn't know if it was cancerous, but it's a big mass, right?
Right.
So they had to go in and get it and at least check and take it out. Because of all his relationships with the surgeons, they got the best doctor, the best thoracic surgeon to go in and
Cut him
do
open.
this and cut her
Yeah.
open,
Wow.
right? So like they would never have that type of access if like all of these little things like the
Didn't
butterfly
occur.
Right.
The
didn't
butterfly
occur.
effect.
Yeah,
That's like we always talk about the Chinese farmer theory.
Chinese farmer.
Chinese farmer, baby.
Yeah, you never know. It's bad. Like it seems like terrible news. Your heart's failing, but it turns into life saving for you and life saving for your wife. Like
Life changing.
crazy.
And then
Like yeah,
and
exactly.
we were talking. It's like there couldn't be a better support system for her because he's already received that news. So
Right.
that type of empathy can only be really received and given from someone who's been in like that situation,
through it.
who's been
Right.
through
Yeah.
it. So I don't know, man. And they've been married like 43 years,
Wow.
right?
That's rare in this day and age.
Damn,
Yeah.
that is rare to find. That's true love.
How old is he?
True love.
He's in his 60s now. His wife is a
Okay.
little younger, I think.
But that reminds me, that concept that you're bringing about, that he felt like he had a second life a lot. Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
Yeah.
In Peaky Blinders, Tom Shelby, I think, was like 20 years old when he was in World War I, and he was like digging mines and shit. And I guess like once he thought that like it was game over, he was like stuck in a mine. He thought he was dead. Like that's it, game over. Until the U.S. came and saved them against the Germans, and I think like he was in like it was supposed to blow. They were gonna like bomb him, but they got saved. And so he, in that moment, you know how they were like before they die, they always say in the bleak midwinter. So they thought they were about to die. So he said in the bleak midwinter, and they never died. So he took that as like, I'm like Thomas Shelby died right here, right now. I'm a different person now. Like living on
rebirth.
borrowed time, rebirth.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I watched the Peaky Blinders, but I didn't put that together.
Dude, that's a chilling moment. I think
Yeah.
that's in season 2 or 3
Yeah.
where he talks about it, and it's like, ooh, like just a hardened man. That's why I think Tom Shelby is like one of the best characters of all time. He's a great character. He knows how to hold a fucking room.
For sure.
And I've always loved those moments when he's about to die. He always says in the bleak midwinter, and like at the end of season 2 when he was about to like run away with Grace, and the guy whips out the gun, but he ends up shooting the other guys. And no, it was actually fucking sick. He whips out the gun. He's like, "Can I just smoke a cigarette before I die? Can I just get one more cigarette in?" And so he smokes a butt, and he's just like, I was this fucking close. And he was like, he starts yelling, "I could have had everything." He's freaking out like, fuck. And then he's like, all right, I'm ready. He's like ready to die. He got out his fucking things and he's like, all right, I'm ready. So he gets in the grave and the guy's got the fucking gun in his face and he says in the bleak midwinter and he doesn't die. And it's like, oh my God, he keeps dodging death. It's crazy. He's the fucking GOAT. I love Tom Shelby.
is a beast.
That is a crazy scene. We should watch that right now. Now I'm feeling it.
That show is incredible.
Incredible show. Nothing, I don't think.
Is the movie next?
The movie is supposed to be the conclusion to it, which is crazy.
Is that next or is there another season?
No, the movie's the next thing and it's supposed to be the end.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're not doing the show, but hey, I'm down. I'm obviously going to watch it. I love it. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And like, do they have such great actors? They got Tom Hardy in it. He plays a great character.
That's like reminds me of another one of the greatest characters of all time, Johnny Drama.
Oh my
Dude, I love Entourage.
I was just thinking that for like a show to be great, like it does need to be cast well.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
It needs to be.
That doesn't mean like A players. That means the B and C players need to be strong and like
The
just
supporting
role.
acts.
The supporting acts need to fit that role.
They got to step up.
Johnny Drama
Is that guy.
Is one of the best.
The best.
He's
One of the best.
Fits perfect. Same thing with the Shelbys in general.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Like that whole family is cast well.
very well.
Yeah, the sister
lot of
grows on me a
cigarettes.
lot. She kind of pissed me off in the beginning seasons, but she kind of comes into her own in the later seasons.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got it right here. Oh, dude, he looks so tough. Dude, when I saw that scene, I was like, holy shit, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Like, not even like as character, like Cillian Murphy just as an actor is a top tier actor in my opinion. Top tier actor. Like you can't tell me different.
How'd you like him in Oppenheimer?
Dude, I mean, he just like. It's funny because Oppenheimer is a very similar role to Thomas Shelby, other than the fact that he's like a professor and not a mobster. But
Yeah.
but like they both have similar mannerisms. They both smoke a ton. They're both like pretty like stoic people. Like
Yeah, like the vibes are similar.
pretty similar vibes. So it's like he realistically like didn't have to change much. Like this is in his bag, no problem. I think he still did great, but like that's what I mean. It's just in his bag already. I think he can do anything though. He played Scarecrow and Batman and was fantastic. Like he literally played a fucking a super villain. Like
Hey, he's an actor. He can act.
He can act.
he's just top
can
tier.
act.
He's in my opinion. I think he's one of the best. And I like.
Behind Josh Peck.
I think he did. Didn't he win an Oscar for? Yeah, Josh Peck's in Oppenheimer. Didn't he win an Oscar for Oppenheimer? I'm pretty sure though.
I don't know.
Or
Probably.
I would assume.
I thought
Yeah.
he did. I don't know,
it
but
was
like,
one of the biggest films of the year.
if he didn't, that's like
You
terrible.
can get a look it up on that.
Yeah, look it up on that because, like I said, I think his work needs to be studied. It's that good. I think he's fantastic.
And speaking of like butterfly effects,
Butterfly effect.
when he tried to fucking poison his tutor,
And he had to go back.
but he doesn't get like arrested for attempted murder.
Wild.
So is that true that
How
actually
did
happened in
that-
real life?
So I didn't see the movie. I read a book, and that was like about
Morpheus or not Morpheus? What was the name of it?
Malcolm Gladwell wrote it.
Fuck, I think I've heard the name, but I
It's-
forget.
It's like just about how timing and when time meets chance, it can either make or break you.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
It's
It's how the cards are dealt.
It's how the cards are dealt, and like
Yeah.
they talks about like if you go through like an NHL player's roster or an NHL team's roster, and you look at the birthdays in Canada, if you are born between January and March, you have like a 35%, 45% higher chance of making it professionally
Whoa.
because the way the cutoff is, they get held back.
Oh shit.
So you have an entire year to mature.
An advantage.
And you have an
yeah.
advantage, right? Because you're older. So if you look
Just
at like
by luck of the draw.
by luck of the draw and where you're born, etc.
Life ain't fair, Varg.
And they talk about like McAfee and like some of the other like software guys, how these incredibly brilliant people,
Right.
somewhere someone took a chance on them. But then if you look at the coerce, somebody was just they compared like McAfee to this fucking brilliant guy who just he had no money and no one was willing to
Give him a shot.
give him a shot. Like at school, he was like trying to fucking pay his way through college, and like the dean, for
Couldn't
whatever
catch a
reason, was
break.
like kicking his dick in.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I
Damn.
just can't afford it. And they're like, kind of too bad. Right? So
Crazy.
instead, like McAfee, or it was like Jobs or somebody, like someone somewhere, gave
Yeah.
him a chance. I actually think it was Bill Gates. And then he ends up fucking becoming Microsoft. So,
No shit.
So then you look at
if the
Oppenheimer.
dean was never a dick.
And Oppenheimer, if he actually gets in trouble for attempted murder,
He never.
then he never creates.
Well, nobody
the-
found out, right?
I thought he did. I thought he did. In the book, I thought it went to. It was raised, and they just brushed it under the rug. He was like suspended or something.
But
like
didn't he
that.
throw away the apple, or is that fake?
I have no idea.
Well,
I'm only
Based off the
book.
movie, I know he threw away the apple,
But
but I don't know how true that is.
And he did
However-
win Oscar for Best Actor.
Oh, he did.
In
And
Oppenheimer.
as well as that's like the similar concept. If Hitler went to art school, if he made it into art school, would he have been a tyrant? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's one of those things. The butterfly effect. It's these little things that you just got.
That's actually crazy because I heard another story about Hitler. Not to make this about Hitler, but
Yeah, tell us.
it's pretty much the same concept. Some old man was had his pet donkey or his donkey going. This is back in like 1900 Germany, going on like an old road. Sees this young kid drowning in a river, goes in, saves him.
It's Hitler.
It's Hitler.
Oh, is that real?
I don't know.
That can't be real.
I
Yeah,
heard.
that's insane.
I heard that through word of mouth.
Imagine you see Hitler drowning.
That's fucked.
He's like 5 years old, still has a stash. You're like, I gotta save that kid.
Yo, that's a crazy story.
They're just.
But there's a good. Have you guys seen Love, Death, and Robots?
Yes.
Well, yeah, Love, Death, and Robots. There's a good little.
You put me on.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's like cartoon Black Mirror essentially. And sorry, I keep playing footsie with somebody.
I like it.
But
I wish I could get in on it.
Yeah.
but they have a little short video about if Hitler went to art school instead.
What a
Oh,
world.
really?
Yeah, it's a little anime. It's funny. We can watch it. It's like 5 minutes. It's funny.
Damn.
I guess we can watch it right now if we want to. It's up to you guys.
I'm the guest.
Yeah, I mean, pull it up. Pull it up.
Fuck it. Let's watch some fucking Love, Death, and Robots.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's that funny, but or not funny. I think there's just better stories.
Yeah.
It's more, and it's like, you never know.
Yeah, you
know?
really never know. Like, we always talk about it on the pod. Like, it ties into like the theme of what we've been saying, consistency, and just constantly working towards something. Whether you get the good luck or bad luck, you're gonna put yourself in the position to get good luck. And when you get the good luck, you gotta capitalize on it. And you never know when it can happen. Like, what's his name? Didn't get an Oscar till he was like 50. Leo DiCaprio, Oscar late in his career. Harrison Ford was a carpenter at 30.
Really?
And then became one of the greatest actors of all time.
Hmm.
So it's like, wherever you are in life, just keep pushing. Keep climbing,
I love that outlook.
There's just,
you know?
dude, the more at bats, man.
Listen,
The
you're gonna
more
lose.
at-bats.
You're gonna lose more than you win. It's just a fact. I hate to say it.
Well, you're going to learn more than you win.
Right. So that's
there
what,
is no
that's how you
losing.
have to take it. You're gonna lose, so you just gotta learn from it. And because like Kendrick said in his song, like this time I'll make things right.
I'll tell you what though.
I love when they count me out.
The farmer that shows up every day
Yes, sir.
and gardens his crops regardless of whether it's rained or not.
Rain or shine,
The ones that stay ready,
don't have to get ready.
those are the guys that win, man.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a fact,
And then
bro.
obviously they're gonna be those that show up and shit
And
happens.
sometimes you get a bad luck of the draw.
That's fine, man.
You know, it occurs. No one's
Right.
perfect.
And then sometimes you get good luck. Like we've said it before, some people are born on third base. They think they hit a triple. But in reality, most people are born on home. And they're just starting their at bat.
That's a great way of looking at it.
I have. So, the question is, like, if you were able to be, like, given that, they always say the fruit is never as sweet,
All that glitters is not gold.
but like the person that had like to be taught how to work and to grind and to go through and like work through regular things and experience what everyone deals with and the adversity and then succeeding, like that fruit
Oh, why
supposedly is just much more tasty.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Than the guy who's born at third. I'm sure that's not a bad life though.
Right.
But
if
it's
someone
what
is
you're into. It's what you're
sorry.
into.
Right. If someone walks up and gives you $1 million, you're going to be, oh, thank you for the $1 million.
I'll fucking take it, sure.
You'll take it. But if you earn that $1 million, like it's going to be a whole new sense of like gratification for earning that.
I will take the $1 million though, if anyone.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone listening on Twitch,
Yeah.
Just for the pod.
yeah, well, it's all going to go back into the pod, charity, whatever. Yeah, honestly, if I got $1 million right now, I'll just put it all into charity.
I found
Maybe
it,
pay off
guys.
a couple loans and then the rest charity.
Yeah.
Because realistically, what am I going to do with that money?
Realistically, what it's
Like
there's
buy a
enough
new
to,
car?
There's more
I
than
don't
enough to
need
go
one.
around.
We put it back into
Do we still want to watch
the
this?
heroes in transition.
I don't even know
Facts.
if it like will show the whole thing because I couldn't even find it. But whatever. We're just gonna watch.
Episodes may be forgettable, but some are just beautiful. We have the most beautiful ones.
Oh, it's one of these videos.
Fuck this. Fuck me. I'm
Whatever.
so over
We
it.
shouldn't even be watching Hitler
We
stuff
shouldn't.
anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
that guy.
Fucking.
Fuck that guy.
Why can't I find it though? Now that's what's pissing me off. Is like Hitler doesn't want me to find it, so now I want to find it even more.
Fuck Hitler.
Fuck Hitler.
He's still
I'm so sick.
He's still getting his.
He's
Yeah.
still in my head, dude. After all these
He's
years,
still getting his, man.
It's
it's
crazy.
fucked up. I'm sick of it.
My 8th grade history teacher once put that Hitler is one of the greatest leaders of all time.
I mean, if you're talking the sense of the ability of him to maintain a crowd, yes, I see what you're saying because he spits on the mic and everyone goes nuts for it. But he spits hatred on the mic.
There is
There
what he
says
something
is horrible.
to be said about rallying an entire community,
Yes.
millions and millions of people onto one common cause. I mean, pretty difficult. However, it's just it's tough to go to bat for.
Right.
Exactly.
But that's the thing is people were willing to.
real
People
hard.
were willing to go to bat for him. That is the
I know.
craziest thing. And I remember this. I remember on a test, I was taking a history test, and the question was like, what was like the most like profound thing about like Hitler's uprise, and like one of the questions was like he rose to power legally, and that was the answer. That was like the scary part. He rose like they legally like they voted him in. He was saying, yeah, we should fucking genocide, and everyone was like, yes, you're right.
and it
It's
started
impressive.
with like
It is impressive.
Impressive. That is impressive.
started with World War I believe. He had like a influential position in World War One,
Yeah.
and then that's kind of how his shit started.
Yeah, he was he part of like a coaching tree or like, you see the Belichick coaching tree?
I imagine that there are some generals that some good military men.
You think it was all his original ideas, like Or there was people ahead of him who were pushing for it too.
No, I bet they had like this agenda cooking for a while,
Mm.
and then he was like the guy to finally like pull the trigger.
Yeah. All right. Enough about Hitler.
Yeah.
Enough about Hitler.
Yeah, enough. But it is a fascinating topic.
Well,
is.
leadership is fascinating.
Leadership is very important.
And but
Very.
How do you be a good leader, Varg?
dude, there's so many. I don't think it's cookie cutter. I do think someone who leads by
Example.
values, but like
Mm.
strong values,
That's important.
discipline.
Yep.
Um,
Need that.
doesn't necessarily have to make the right decision,
No, never.
but it has to make the decision that's best for the population.
yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
And I
And
think
stick to
this is more. I'm thinking like Marcus Aurelius vibes, like
I agree.
leading a country, but like leading teams and all that. I think it's very different. I think you need to relate.
Yeah.
Chemistry has to be there.
Chemistry
sure.
has to be there. You need to
And
understand
that's the biggest
your
problem.
community,
Where our chemistry's all fucked up in this country.
right?
Everyone's so divided.
And
Team chem is bad right now.
That's-
Morale is low.
but that's also the problem with when you think about leadership, especially leading such a diverse group of people in the United States.
Yeah, it's a melting pot.
You can't appease everybody.
Never. Yeah. Impossible.
It's just because like when
It's
you
never
think
gonna happen.
other countries that are less segregated have, when it's almost like a giant group think for the
Yeah.
majority,
That's a good point. I never really thought of that.
right? It's just much more difficult when you put other cultures together because other cultures have different values.
Correct.
And when you think about societal hierarchies, it's one, if you pull one down, one's going up, and if you pull one up, the other's going down. So it is
Inverse.
very difficult. But I think someone who leads with like just
Yes.
fairness to the population, I think,
I think that's the most important
yeah.
thing. You have to have that awareness to see like there's a middle ground everywhere. Like but this country doesn't want that. They don't want the middle ground. They want the extremes. They love the extremes, dude. They love people that fucking die on hills. I think it's crazy that we die on hills.
Sometimes
This.
I don't know, I definitely die on some hills.
Yeah,
It
but like
depends on
you
the hill.
you probably die on like morally sound hills. Some people are dying on the hill that they'll never drink Bud Light again because
Oh,
they
right.
supported a transgender person. It's
Or
like, if you feel that strongly about anything, I think you freak me out. In my
Yeah.
opinion, I literally don't feel strongly about shit, dude.
well, like especially stuff that like you can just like avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that stuff is insane.
Yes.
People that do that stuff are actually insane.
like you just love problems. At that point, you just hate being happy.
fucking
You just love to fight.
complaining.
Complainers.
Yeah,
no one
that's-
likes a whiner.
It's all it is. It's like you look at your local neighborhood Karen. Like
Classic Karen.
there's three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Karens.
OD.
And traffic. Don't forget the fourth.
OD.
Yeah, true. I mean, traffic is definitely a thing.
Can't get rid of it. But yeah, it's the energy vampires. You'll
Yeah,
never
there's
get rid
always
of.
someone who's gonna be complaining. There's always someone who's gonna be bringing down the vibes, bringing down the energy.
Facts.
You can't get sucked into
Maybe you
it.
just gotta laugh it off. Maybe that's the best way to deal with it.
No, just
laugh it
ignore
off.
them because they're the ones doing it to themselves. Like they're miserable. Let them have that.
They're miserable in their own head, dude. Les
Like-
Mis, the play.
Like
Les
if you
Miserables.
if you want to help them be less miserable, then that's one thing. But
You
for the
can't
most
save
part,
people, though.
they're stuck in their ways.
Yeah. J. Cole said, "Don't save her," so I don't.
Don't save it.
Yeah.
You just can't. Sometimes you gotta. If they're bringing everyone down, man, just fuck it. Blinders on.
Yeah.
Just bring everyone up.
Control what you can control. Lead with positivity, and fuck her.
You can only control so much. You know.
That's it.
You can.
man.
So focus on
I
that.
feel like you control nothing. That's what I've been thinking with the butterfly effect. I feel like we have no control over anything. I think it's the little things that count.
Well, you control your attitude and your effort.
You control you can. The only thing you can handle is how you handle everything.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
How
the
you
only
show-
thing you have control over. But even sometimes, like you lose your shit. You know, sometimes you
Yeah,
pop
but-
off.
but
which
you
is
have
fine. You're
control.
human. Yeah, you're right. But you do have control over yourself.
The important thing is because you will. I mean, like you are human. You will lose it.
You will make mistakes. That's human error.
It's human error.
Yeah.
You gotta learn. And you gotta come back better.
Yeah, and it's funny
Better,
because
stronger.
And you gotta have that introspective
oh yeah,
awareness to be like, you know what?
to realize it.
Fucking
And a
hell.
lot of people lack that.
Yeah, I mean it's hard.
It's hard.
to tell, like looking yourself in the mirror and like,
And damn, I fucked this up.
OD.
Yeah, it's hard. It's important though. It's important when like you can recognize, okay, I fucked this up. That's fine because I can just always get better.
Dude,
Can always get better. Nothing wrong with being wrong. And
no.
that was like a lot about in college when I had to write a lot of lab reports. You always had to add in sections about human error, like okay, like because obviously the whole thing about experimentation is like that it can be repeatable. Like it needs to be repeatable, or else it can't. It's a one-time fluke, right? So it's got to be repeatable. So in your methods and like you have to write in your human error, like what could have gone wrong that this experiment didn't work. And so just like you talk about human error, like it's just sometimes you just by happenstance things go wrong.
You're
You know what I
tired,
mean?
or
You're tired. You're fatigued. Yeah, you
your
measured.
mind is elsewhere.
You didn't calibrate the scale before you weighed this certain amount of drug. You know what I mean? Like the littlest things, the butterfly effect. It's
And I read
you were too slow walking across the street.
right. Seriously.
You ate too many donuts that day.
You slept in.
You slept in.
I've read a book on mindset by something. I don't recommend the
Doctor
book.
something.
By a doctor.
Yeah, by Doctor whatever, psychologist.
Shout out.
I don't recommend the book.
Okay.
Bad read.
It was so fucking long. It was massive,
How many pages?
like 500, but it was like almost like textbook style, like
Small.
Like 6
ink.
Arial.
but like big, right? And like so, all it was, and like summary was like people have dynamic or static
Yes.
mindset, right? It's like growth or
Yes.
fixed,
Mm.
and it's like
They either change or they're dormant, right? Essentially.
do you believe that you can get better? And
Of course.
that's a growth, right? And it's like it's everything. It doesn't just take like certain things. Or do you think that you're just have certain areas in your life where like fuck, this is it? Like I've reached my ceiling.
You've reached it.
in X.
Dude.
And so it's like
Put
you
yourself in a box.
sometimes, and it's not like you don't have to be growth minded in everything because like there are going to be little things, and like this is also a good part of the book. There were like little things that I was like, oh well, I definitely treat that like this is it, you know, and it's something fucking little,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Like I was bad at javelin, and I was like, I could never be good at this,
Yeah.
right? And it's like just like little things, or growth mindset, like you believe like no matter what, if I
Relentless.
put the effort into being good, I will get good.
You will get good.
You will get good.
Relentless attitude.
100%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And why I brought that up was about being like bad. They talk about like at work and stuff, and like being afraid to show up and try,
Yeah.
right? Because your fear of rejection
Failing.
and failure.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, right? But like maybe I mean I am talking about good stuff about the book, so you know if you want to read it, go for it.
I was just about to say.
I do have.
You
I
took,
just
you
thought it was
gained
long.
something from this
I
book.
did. I gained.
It's a good message.
I did gain
Good
a bunch.
message.
It was just long as hell.
poorly portrayed, I guess.
There was
you
just
could say.
tons of examples, and you're like, let's just fucking
We get it.
shrink this.
Just get to
We
the
get it.
point, dude.
Make the
Yeah.
chapters because she spewed on and on. But
I like that you read a lot, though. It's important.
I've been trying. It's been a goal.
Oh yeah, and I feel like you get good energy from good books.
You do.
Or in intellectual books that you just they give you a good aura. I think objects have energy. I
Yeah.
do. I know that sounds hooey wooey and shit.
No.
But I do think they do. Like, why do you think houses are haunted, or why do you think like, you know, there's just auras, energies, vibrations.
But
you
it's
know?
also you are what you put yourself into, and how you talk.
It's energy's real. I think it's real, dude. I don't
It is
know.
real.
Fucking call
It
me
is
crazy.
real.
Call me
It's
crazy.
absolutely-
No one's calling you crazy. We're all agreeing.
I'm agreeing with you.
100%.
We all concur.
Ty's got the best aura there is.
No,
is
I agree.
The
Very loving aura. It's the best one.
This is what we always talk about. Negative self-talk. Can't have that.
Yeah, Ty's been on
Positive
casting
cal-
spells.
They say
Positive self-talk.
Ty believe in magic.
70% of self-talk is negative.
Yes.
Is that true?
That is.
70%.
I actually
I
think
feel like you're
that's-
probably right.
That's
I think
low.
that's
low.
low. I think that's
You're
low.
probably right.
Because some people, it's like 100%. All they say is like they put
I'm not
themselves
good
down.
enough. I'm not good
Yeah.
enough. I suck.
And
I'm
a lot of
fucking
and a lot of
bot.
it that I see is like people just joking around. Like they're like, "Oh yeah, like dude, I'm the worst." Or whatever, whatever it is. But regardless, it doesn't matter if you're joking or not. Your body doesn't know the difference. All it knows is that you're saying that you're the worst.
Right.
So what are you gonna be? The worst.
And you,
But if you say you're the
make your own
best.
suffering, so you got to choose.
Right.
No, you are who you spend the most time with yourself. How are you talking?
That's crazy.
I like that you brought that up about the.
Who do you spend the most time with?
Yeah, right.
Yourself.
I like that you brought up the idea of like fear of rejection, because so many people get defeated by a rejection or by someone not choosing them. They get so discouraged, and it is discouraging. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like no one wants to feel unwanted. No one wants to feel like they don't belong. You know what I mean? Especially when like they were hoping that their feelings were reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Dude.
So it's like when you don't get that job or you didn't get that girl or whatever it is, it's hard.
all the time, and it's not even like get it and like thinking about like in your
I love this.
career. The song's great, right? You're afraid. At least I have been like. Sometimes you're afraid to like speak out, share your mind, because you're like, fucking. What if they think it's fucking
What
stupid?
if they think it's
Yeah.
crazy? What if they think
what
I'm
if
crazy?
What if I stutter? What if I say something wrong?
Or what
or
if
like,
they love it though?
well, so that's the thing. It's like it's also, you're fucking. We're 26 years. We're not supposed to be the best.
We're not supposed to know
You're-
everything.
You're not, and it's
Yeah.
like you'll never know.
You're not supposed to have the right answers to the test.
You're not.
You're not.
You're not. And the best, sometimes the best thing you can do is put something out, stir a conversation, right?
Yep.
And that's the only way we've ever learned anything in life is having true conversation
Dude.
And that's the power of the pod.
and willing to
It
learn.
is.
Willing to learn. Like that's like the same thing, dude. You reading a book is the same thing as having a conversation with the person that wrote that book. You're just picking their brain,
Oh yeah.
and the people that write these books have something to say. You know what I mean?
That's why I loved Green Lights too.
What's Green Lights?
Shout out Matthew McConaughey.
Shout out.
That's
Huge
his
shouts.
book. That's his
I just
book.
rewatched. Oh shit, my bad group. I just rewatched Interstellar,
My favorite movie of all time.
and dude, the scene
fucking
gets me
movie.
every single time. You guys know the scene where he comes back from the water planet and he's just lost. He's just a defeated
Dude,
man,
He
Yeah.
gets the video from Murph.
and he gets the video, and it's like, dude, he starts bawling. He's bawling profusely, and I'm like, how did this guy survive? That's having a mental breakdown on camera.
Well,
Having a
you
mental
were right,
breakdown.
Dad. You were right. You know what today is?
My 40th birthday.
My 43rd birthday.
Yeah.
And you know
What
why
the
this birthday is special? Because when you left, you told me maybe one day I'll come back and we'll be the same age. Well, you were right, Dad. And it's like, he's like, yeah.
That's so crazy.
Dude, that was a great face. You look like McConaughey.
He has got that.
You got
Many
the flow and
times.
everything.
He's just like a little bit more handsome though.
I wish.
Yeah,
I wish that was
McConaughey
the
wish he
case.
looked like JV,
I got,
aka Varg.
I do get McConaughey a lot, and
Yeah.
sometimes if I wear like some black sunglasses and I had shorter hair, and I'm like out,
Groovy.
some people think I look like Tom Cruise. I've gotten that too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
No, you're too
both are
tan to be
crazy.
Tom.
But yeah, both are crazy.
You're too tan to be Tom.
Both-
Tom's pale as fuck. He's a
Both are less
Scientologist.
handsome than you.
I wish that was the case.
I think you're more handsome than Tom Cruise. Matthew McConaughey, he's handsome.
He's an actual
handsome.
sex icon.
He's handsome.
Sex
He's handsome, man.
icon.
And he also just has good vibes. Like anytime you
dude.
talk, he's like that draw. You're just like, damn, he's so cool. Like
He's
how is
like,
he so cool? Dude, that was like the dumbest scene of all time, and he turned it into the most iconic thing.
Yeah.
He did that. He apparently he
did it.
He improvised that.
Yeah,
Which is like crazy.
and
That's
his
dope.
shit
Crazy.
in Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
The one thing I
They
love
s-
about high school
They
girls,
say the same.
improvise. Like He like
Was
he's-
that
he's the-
improv?
He's the
That line?
goat. He's the goat, dude. He's the goat.
You gotta. Hey man, you got a joint on you. Well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Sure be a lot cooler if he did.
He's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is
And
exactly.
dude, he has some of like the
I gotta
best
read- I gotta read
motivational
his book.
speeches.
I'll give it.
What is it?
I'll lend it to you. Green light.
Green light.
Green
Yeah, we
lights.
gotta read that.
McConaughey's?
Yeah, it's like a biopic, something
Okay.
like that.
Biopic?
Yeah.
So like
whatever it
kind
is.
of about his life.
It is. He wrote it though. I don't know.
Autobiographic, because he wrote it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But because he journals, and he's journaled since he was like 21,
Young bull.
young bull. So he's like, this is him like rereading his journals.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of journals, apparently they just released, or not apparently, I saw it, they just released Heath Ledger's journal for when he was preparing to play the Joker. And I guess he just had a bunch of cut up comic books, like of scenes of the Joker and comic book panels where he's like monologuing, saying crazy shit. And then like he would like write shit underneath it. Some of it was his lines, some of it was his own, just like getting into character. And it was just dark, but like he really embraced that character.
yeah,
One of the best
about-
characters of all time.
Yeah. Talk about like fully
Rejuvenated
immersing yourself.
The Dark Knight rejuvenated the superhero comic book movies for real.
Yeah.
It did.
And
That was
it's
the one thing DC did right.
facts. But it's a shame that that role kind of drove him to like the end. Yeah. Death.
You think that's true?
I mean, he didn't have a drug problem before. Actually, I don't know the history.
Well, because I was
be
listening
honest.
to a podcast. You guys know who Michael J. White is?
No.
He played one of the mob bosses
yeah, he's the
in The Dark Knight. He's the black guy that was like,
he's
like,
nasty at
someone
karate.
killed this freak, and he's like, I'm not a freak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But he was that guy. He was on a pod, and they were asking him, like, dude, what was it like to be working on the set of The Dark Knight? Like, what was it like to work with Heath Ledger? Christopher Nolan, all these guys. And he was like, dude, Heath Ledger was having the time of his life. He was saying like he loved it. Like when he would do scenes with Christian Bale as Batman and stuff, he was like a big kid getting to like live his dreams, and he was like he loved it. He was so happy, and that is crazy to think though, right? That like it might have drove him a little crazy, but he loved it.
Yeah, well,
He loved playing that character. Like,
'cause he
who
was-
wouldn't love to be the Joker and just cause chaos?
Well, was love did love kill the beast? Like, did he reach that peak, and then when it was over,
love kill the beast.
it was fucking stripped from him, and then then he had a like self crisis,
yeah, like
Maybe
That-
he didn't. Maybe I can't get bigger than this.
right? Or
Like
like,
put himself in a box. I can't get better than this.
imagine loving something
So
much,
much.
and then
You die
immerse,
for it.
You immerse yourself in it, and you become it, and then you're not that anymore.
all of a
But
sudden
all you
it's-
want to be is
that.
that.
Yeah, that's real. That's a real fucking.
And the
feeling.
Joker would die on his shield. That's that type of guy. So
That's that type of guy.
I mean, damn, this is pretty in depth. I love. That's one of like the biggest milestones was seeing that. And dude, I was a kid when I saw that. When I first, it was 2008.
Was King Kong? No.
Was
no.
King Kong a milestone?
No,
Which one?
That's the Did Love Kill the Beast? Or the Beauty?
Oh,
that's
I thought it was Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, Beauty
the
and the Beast.
Beauty Kill the Beast.
Yeah, he dies. He dies at the end, right? The
Yeah.
Beast. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I fucked up the quote.
Wait, so
Well, Ty was just telling me about that. The Samson character, the one that has long hair, that his weakness was when you cut his hair.
Yeah.
He said that a female seduced him and found that out, and it was a female that
Sent by like
the
he
enemy.
was sent by the enemy.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's like, damn, these
she was like the baddest
these
bitch in the
women
village.
really be cutting you down, dude, just for you to build yourself back up.
Oh, that's like when you read into like those Olympians and all those guys, all of them fell victim to women.
It's a big thing about
They were
Medusa.
They were all fucking. Yeah, and that's why they're all the demigods. Like
So they would be gods,
the
but
lightning thief. Well, like the demigods,
they're like half god, half
god
human.
because they were the gods
Mating
were
with
banging
humans.
humans.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because the gods were banging humans.
Yeah. I do like the Percy Jackson
Percy
shit.
Jackson,
That
yeah.
shit's tough.
That
as
is
nails.
a good movie.
That's just tough as nails. I do like that shit.
Yeah, because that was, I think it was Poseidon. That was
Percy is
linked up-
Poseidon's son.
linked
yeah.
up with little something.
Little
He had a side John.
Oh, dude.
little
He had
human
a
John.
side- little
dang.
human John.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently in Greek mythology, not apparently, this is factual, that all the gods are legit crackheads.
Yeah.
They're all fucking assholes, apparently, and like that's why the God of War games, Kratos,
Yeah.
he was a Spartan warrior, and he was mid-battle, about to die, like Thomas Shelby, last man standing, and he was like, he pleaded to Ares, the God of War, and said, "If you kill my enemies, I'll be your servant." And so Ares took him up on it, and essentially, long story short, he manipulates Kratos, kills his wife and daughter. Kratos thinks it's someone else. It's a big manipulation plot. It's crazy. But he essentially does all that shit to make him his servant. So he's a, and you later find out that he's a demigod because he's the son of Zeus. It's a long story.
The Greek
But-
tree is crazy.
I love these stories though.
These stories are crazy. So Kratos, and like knowing all the gods are all horrible people, like they rape and do horrible things. Kratos just goes on a murder spree, just kills Ares. Then once he finds out that he killed his wife and daughter, now he's like, all right, fuck the gods, I'm killing all of them. And he goes one by one, each through the games, just starts killing the fucking gods. And when you kill a god, you take their place. So Kratos was just taking names, dude. And then he took so many names in the Greek mythology that he moved to Norse mythology, where he is now taking names, like killing Thor, killing Odin, just taking names. And
Sounds like a
goddamn.
dog.
it is one of the coolest storylines of all time. It's a video game though, so it's like you really gotta play a lot of
So
video
what
games.
Greek god did you kill?
Nobody.
And is that
I'm a
why
bot.
He
you're
rose to the
See,
top legally.
That's I'm
True.
just a peaceful guy. I'm a peaceful guy. I'm just saying, guys, it's all peace and love. Take this joint.
Hey, just everyone know everything he does is legal.
Take this joint, and I'll tell you, we'll get you there. We'll get you guys.
He
there.
rose to the top using nothing but his words and good actions.
Yes.
And
Period.
just
Hey,
just raw relentlessness.
that's it, man.
Yeah, man.
But no, I think they're adapting the God of War series into a TV show, and I think that would be the perfect show. Like, that's the perfect way to do it. He's the most badass character.
Kratos.
And it's cool. Yeah, Kratos is such a badass, and he has white skin, and he has the red stripe. You never seen Kratos?
Oh yeah.
He's a Spartan
like,
warrior.
he's
They
like
call him
the-
the Ghost of Sparta because
He's like
he
on the
wears,
cover of Madden for God of War.
I bet I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kratos. He's a legit god. He's a god, dude.
Well, everyone who's like, I fear God. Well, it's like,
Homie.
what about the guy who kills the god?
Right.
that guy?
no church in the
dude.
wild. What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer? Like if
Yeah.
he doesn't believe.
If he doesn't believe in
Well,
God,
what are
ain't
you?
shit.
Mac,
You know what I mean?
Mac's got a good line about that somewhere too.
Mac has a lot of god
Mac is so
references,
OD.
especially
yeah.
like the divine feminine, where he basically says God's a woman.
Bro,
God could be a woman, dude. Who knows?
I
think God is a fucking planet, though. I think it's some type of ethereal being. I think it's some type of thing we can't even comprehend. It's so fucking powerful. We have no idea. Is it raining?
Yeah, it's raining a little bit. We might
Should
have
we
to
move that cam in?
Yeah, we'll pull that cam in.
Let's pull that cam in. We'll move this table back. So you can. Should we just push back then? It's too close. We gotta push back a little bit. Yeah. Be back a little bit. Whoa. Oh shit. Just push this far back. Oh, it's on the one second. And we're back. Oh shit! What just happened? Are we back? We're back. We're back.
Yo, yo, yo.
Shout out McDonough Music, Colin Began, and Mac Bryan and Gung Chu for liking the Bice story
OD.
with Jay Vargus.
Shout out the kids.
Oh, Mac, by the way, if you're watching on live, we did set up a time to meet with you, but the only time he was free is 10 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Whew. I mean, we could.
That's
Because he
man.
grinds that hard.
That's a busy man.
Because he grinds that hard.
Would that be this Sunday?
No. This was a while back. But we got to hit you up. We're going to be in your DM soon. Like every girl in the world probably is.
I see you running, Mac, getting them miles in.
Getting the
In
miles.
the
Hey,
Florida heat.
you've been getting those miles in, Varg.
You guys have been getting the miles.
Now,
in.
listen.
You guys ran.
If people don't know, Jared Vargus, Boston Marathon, butter
In his bag.
in his bag,
Folded up like a t-shirt.
50 miles, easy, in what, 12 hours?
12 hours and 30-something minutes.
That's wild. How was that
That's
experience?
demon time. That's
'Cause
legit demon time.
Because you ran, like, what was the farthest you ran before 50?
I did 38 last year in September. 30 before that. We did 28. And
We did do 28
in
in the
That's
rock.
crazy.
on the ruck. So
So you were
I'm done. So
you were
I've done
due you were due for 50.
I was.
We'll put it that way.
I was due for 50.
Shout out, Mr. Beck.
Shout out
out.
Mr. Beck. Yeah, this one was it was overnight. So it was only.
Damn. So you never stopped.
No, you do stop, and I think that's the misconception about running. It's like it's okay to stop,
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
and it's like I
if
don't
it
know,
helps you go
the-
farther.
the pace was like 13 minutes, right? Between your jogging, your walking,
That's not bad.
you're at rest stops, like you're cooling, and because it's like you go like 9,000 feet was the elevation we ran, so it's like up and down,
Oh shit.
right? So you got to walk the uphills. You're like my fucking toes are gonna be blue for a long time because you're just kicking the shit out of roots.
Oh,
you're
it's through
running-
the woods.
Because you're going through trails. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it was
'cause-
it was a 25-mile loop.
I think pacing
Damn.
yourself while running is the hardest thing. I still haven't figured it out. I just got to figure out my pacing. I got to learn how to like really control my speed, control my endurance more, you know.
It's tough.
It's
Is it
hard.
about
You really have to
breathing?
teach yourself.
How do you focus on
It's
breathing?
like gait
a lot?
and breathing, like learning your gait and like learning how to like I don't know,
It's yeah.
be
I thi-
athletic.
Well, I think pacing is just because the problem with running is like if you want to run far, it's time consuming,
Yeah.
and it's like, well, how do you shorten the time? Well, you fucking run faster.
Run faster.
Right. So you
But-
still have to run fast.
But you can't because
You're gonna
you're gonna burn
gas.
yourself out.
Yeah.
So it's like part of it's just
That is a big dilemma.
setting a time. Like sometimes it's less about miles and more about the time.
yeah.
Like if you
Mhm.
just commit to like fucking 30 minutes, just run,
Let's see how far I can get in there.
see CFR, and then the next time fucking 40. I think because eventually when you start doing an hour-long run, like that's a fuck. I mean,
That's
there
at
aren't a
least
lot of
7
things you-
miles.
there aren't a lot of things you do in an hour straight,
Yes.
right?
That's a long way.
But just doing that is
So-
fucking boring.
Do you still lift while doing all this running?
Yeah,
How often?
religiously. 4 days.
Look
3
at
to 4
this
days a
kid. You
week.
think he doesn't lift?
Word.
Come on.
No,
now.
no, that's what I was saying, dude. Like, for me, like, I want to start running. You run a ton. Like, you did 10 miles today. That's crazy. It's like, but
That's
how
just-
do you balance
That's
that
an average
time
day.
of running and lifting? I feel like they're very difficult to do both.
I commit a lot.
You
of
have to commit.
You have to commit to it.
And a big thing is like, how do you prevent yourself from burning out?
Ooh, good question.
I do genuinely enjoy the lifting aspect. So lifting, it's like that's just like a no.
That's just a fun.
That's just what I do.
No brainer.
No brainer.
That's your thing.
That's my thing is lifting, and then for
How heavy are we lifting?
It depends. Like you definitely don't want to. Like you do need to listen to your body.
Facts.
You
For
need,
sure.
You need to listen to your body, and then as I'm gearing up to like a race, like for the 50 miles, like
If you're doing body weight stuff.
if I was hitting like peak mileage was like 60 miles in a week, like I wasn't lifting as hard. I was just maintenance stuff.
Right.
Because like it is important to do like strength stuff for your ligaments and your ankles and your feet and the
Just overall health.
the joints and your overall health.
Yeah.
But as like listen, like if you just ran fucking 15 miles, like maybe stay out of the gym.
Right.
Stretch.
True.
But like right now, I feel like pretty comfortable, and it's also like everything is like a building block, right? So I was lifting while I started running, so my body's just been used to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Used to it. So like
Hybrid athlete.
if I'd never run 10 miles, there's no shot I'm going in the gym after just running 10 miles,
Yeah.
right? Because my body's not used to it. I need to recover, but like 8 to 10 is like my
That's an average day for you.
that is a day right now,
Right.
and so I'm just used to it. Just used to it.
Varg's day.
The body is resilient, as a wise man once said.
It is.
Varg's day is your average day, dog.
No, well, like you just build up.
Varg's average day is your day.
Is your best day.
Is your best day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but
God
for the running, like you just
Is this red dot
you
music?
just mix it up.
Song's hard.
Yeah, and like if you just run the same pace every day, same route, like bro, that does get boring, and eventually
Right.
that is how you burn out. But like I try to do, like today was mix in like a little threshold work, so that's like putting yourself at like a moderate effort versus like because there's easy to moderate, and then like full tilt boogie type stuff when you're pushing like
You're boogieing.
kind of max heart rate,
Boogie type stuff.
like full effort type. And so like today was start off like easy pace, moderate, keep the heart rate, try to keep it low. In the summer heat, it's like damn near, it's hard. It's hard. And then like today, it was progression runs. So like the first mile was after the warm up. First mile's here, second mile's here, third mile's here, and you're getting faster and faster and faster.
Oh,
So
shit.
so it is a game, essentially, and like that to me is how you mix it up. And then some days like you hit the track and you do repeat 800s, which is like a great way to test. Like it's supposed to equate to your marathon time.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if you do, like, it's called the Yasso 800s. So you run 10 of them with a minute rest. And if you're doing each rep at 4 minutes, then your marathon time is supposed to equal 4 hours. If you're doing all of them in 5, or if you're doing all of them at like 2:30, right? So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like fairly accurate. And then the others, like the long runs, are just the long runs. But I don't know. The long-winded answer is just mix that shit up.
Mix that shit up.
Get,
No, I
get the
agree.
Miles,
I think
miles.
I've had to learn a lot to listen to your body because it's like you feel like you always just want to like
Ego lift.
be the best.
Ego lift.
I call it ego lifting, but it's just really like I was just on my grind. I just really like wanted to achieve these things for like no real reason. I guess just for me. Just
That's
like
important too. You
just-
are important.
Just
You
exactly.
are the reason.
and then like I reached a couple of numbers. I was very satisfied with where I was at. I didn't quite get everything I wanted, but I was content with it, especially for the time being because I had a lot going on in my life. So I wanted to like give myself time, listen to my body, heal. So I decided to, what I notoriously say, stop ego lifting, where now I just like really, like I listen to my body. I keep it relatively light, challenging, but mostly lighter. And I do a lot more body weight stuff, kind of just like trying out different things. warming up more, like doing a little more stretching, a little more yoga. Really trying to just like heal my body a little more. I feel like I've done a lot of good for my body, but I've also done a lot of damage for my body. Because not like fully listening, you know, like still going hard on days off. You know what I mean? For no reason. Just like.
It's when you set a goal.
Jesus fuck. I just got attacked.
You guys, dude, I saw them. They came.
They came for me.
They were on a mission.
Is it off me?
Fuck. It's coming back. No.
Fuck. I just tweaked.
The bugs are crazy out here, Ty.
That thing
No, the bugs are
attacked me.
wild out here.
I enjoy it.
Fuck.
Yeah, no.
It's good to be with the boys and the bugs.
The boys and the
Bice
Bice.
and the bugs.
Bice and the Bug. Sounds like a Disney movie.
But when you set a goal, right, and you think fucking every day counts, it's hard to fucking let up when you want something that badly.
It is hard to let up.
Can be.
Relentless. I'm just fucking relentless, I guess.
Being relentless.
Hey, you're never gonna regret hard work. Day off.
Hard work's a bitch sometimes.
Whatever.
Or you could be Ty and just fucking show up ready to go.
Always,
Show us
just naturally, just
Ty,
out the box.
Ty stays ready.
Nah, just show up and show out.
Ty stay
Period.
ready so we don't gotta get
Period.
ready.
That's all it comes down
Some
to.
people have it. It's,
Most people.
Ty's one of them.
Everyone at this table has it.
I know about all that.
I definitely.
So, come on now, Rand. No negative self-talk now.
No negative self-talk now.
Well, I ran today so that I can fucking perform when the lights are on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Because
that.
Damn.
you were gonna run here.
Yeah.
And
You
you
just
ran
ran the
90
lake
degrees.
10 times.
Which is-
And you still will.
I will.
10 miles would be like 3 times around the lake, right? Just about.
We
A
did.
little more than 3, yeah.
We did 30 last year.
Yeah, around the lake. We gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Last
did
man
30?
standing.
30
Labor Day
30 miles
weekend.
around the lake. Yeah.
So that's 10 times.
He did 30 with Drew. I did
17.
17.
Off the couch though.
That was my first time
That is
running.
crazy off
But-
couch, dude.
17
That
miles.
was-
17 miles.
I couldn't walk for a
off
week.
the
Some people
What the
can
fuck?
have it. Some people have it. And but that's also, I mean, Ty wasn't going to the gym after that. And
No,
neither
I
was
didn't walk for a week.
Neither was I.
17 miles, dude. Holy shit. That's crazy.
But yeah,
It was
Rand, you're
impressive.
gonna get on that grind.
It was
that running
impressive.
grind. It just started
I'm
with
struggling with 3 right now.
Sign
Well,
up-
actually, the day we ran a little over 4, it felt pretty good. I just hit that again. I'm sorry. That day we ran a little over 4 miles, it actually felt pretty good. That felt pretty good.
Yeah, the friendlies and back.
Friendlies and back, baby.
Bro, that's also the great thing about running. Is that some days you have it,
Yeah.
some days you don't.
That's just like anything.
But the miles don't change.
The miles don't change.
The mile
Dude,
always has it.
I always talk
It's
this.
always 1,500 meters, man.
I always talk.
They always show up.
Yeah.
I always tell Ty, like, when I'm gassed and I'm running, you know, I got headphones in though, and I'd play a song that gets me going. Like, say it was like a Zach Bryan song that you loved. Like, now you're ready to run fucking through brick walls. Now that you have that in your ear. Is that you, or is that energy? Are you receiving energy from this music, from the vibration? Tell us, Varg. What is it?
There
You
is.
know what David Goggins would say?
Well.
Or is it
I
just
think-
it's a mental mind state like David
I
Goggins
think
type
mood,
shit?
No, mood affects everything,
I agree.
and I think what you take in affects your mood. Like there is
Yeah.
a stat where it's like
For sure.
if you listen to music lifting, you're
You perform
50%
harder.
stronger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That is a stat.
That is
'Cause you got
no
that
different.
energy.
That's no different than running.
Yeah.
Plus, it's also like when you're running and you're thinking like, dude, this fucking blows. Like I should stop. I should stop. Oh, this
shit blows.
and then that comes into your mind. And
It
you're like-
does.
You're like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, why was I being such a pussy?
Yeah.
You know, and like that music absolutely has the power to make that shit switch. for
I
sure.
agree. I do agree. I do
It's
think
true.
it's not me. I think when I listen to a song and I'm back to it, I'm like, damn, I just received or some type of runner's high. where like you're just locked in. That's why like I also like smoking before I run. I feel like it enhances the high of the high, high squared, one would say. And when I hit that, it's usually when I have a song and I'm running, I'm in my zone, and I'm just, you feel it. You just feel it, and in that moment, I'm like, damn, I'm locked in.
Fucking invincible.
And you're like, all right, word, let's get this done.
The best is like when you just like get in a groove and like you just like don't even feel like you're running.
You don't even
you just
feel
feel like you're like floating.
You're just so focused
You're
on your
just, like,
breathing.
Step at one step after another.
And then
whatever.
you figured out your pacing. That's when I know I figured out my pacing.
Yeah.
I'm not like when my breathing is nice and
I feel like
in
that's
tune,
like the
when I
runner's
know.
high.
That's the runner's high,
Yeah.
baby. And it takes a while to learn it because in the beginning you don't know shit. First time you try anything, you're a fucking fool. So you gotta fucking teach yourself. It's school of hard knocks out here.
Trial
and then you
error,
figure
man.
trial and error. Exactly. It's the scientific method. It's the only way you can do it. You just gotta fucking try. Eliminate shit off the list. Boom, on to the next one.
Bro, and then another massive high you get when running
Tell me.
is like the milestone, where it's like when you start running, like 1 mile is like you do it and you're like, fuck. That was-
Yeah.
But you feel accomplished, right?
Yeah.
You feel accomplished, and then you're like, next time I'm gonna do 2, right? And then it's like you work to 4, and you're still working at 4, and you're like, fuck, it's getting hot, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Then when you hit 5, and you're like, when you look back and you're like, damn, one was hard, and now I'm doing 5. That breakthrough of like 10 isn't that far away.
Yeah.
That is, and then you hit it, or you hit 7, whatever the numbers are. It's arbitrary. It's more the thought of breaking through something that wasn't once
Yeah.
a possibility. That high is fucking awesome.
Yeah. That.
Just
So there-
achieving your goals.
There's multiple
That's it,
kinds
man.
of runners
winning.
high, I guess.
That's just
Yeah.
winning.
That's just winning.
That's just winning. Baby.
winning.
That-
Winning.
but
Nothing
like,
better than winning.
for yourself.
Win, 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 win. Yeah, and for yourself, dude. That's huge. That's when you fucking stuck to your guns, 10 toes down.
OD. And then you realize anything is possible.
Anything is. Hey, you guys heard it here first. Anything is possible. If you don't know, now you know.
Fuck. Effort and attitude and discipline, man.
That's all it is.
Eid, attitude, discipline.
Effort.
It really does
attitude,
just come down to
discipline.
like, if you can do this thing every single day, you're gonna achieve it. Whatever it is to achieve this thing, if you start day by day, you're only gonna get better at it.
Just fucking make time for it if you want it, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cesareo, not Cesareo, but Chesney used to say. I was gonna say a nickname for Cesareo, but then he's a real guy,
Yeah.
so I don't want to shout out him. But like Chesney used to say, and this is a quote that literally lives rent free in my head, and he used to say it and be like intimidating, where it was like you either get revealed or exposed for the
Yeah.
work you put in or the work you didn't, and both are the same. So when the lights come on, who are you? Which one are you gonna
You're
be?
gonna be revealed or exposed.
That's it, man. And it's like that,
Who's the imposter?
dude,
Who's the imposter? Who's
Who-
faking it?
bro. That shit literally lives rent free in my head,
head.
like constantly,
That's
So true, dude.
constantly. When you're waking up early,
You're either
fucking, fucking nightmares about that shit.
or exposed.
I have chills about it.
It's awesome.
You know, I have nightmares sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm still in high school and I'm like, fuck, I have to study for this test tomorrow. Like I have a test tomorrow I didn't study.
That's terrifying.
You
That
guys
is
have,
terrifying.
and I wake up I'm like, oh, dude, I'm 26 years old. I'm not going to high school tomorrow.
I definitely didn't.
You never
have
had
that
that
history
before?
test. No, I haven't.
I
Yeah.
felt that before.
I,
Anxiety, just anxiety in my
anxiety-
sleep.
do you think that's for your new job?
Um,
Have you? Do you think that's just your anxiety coming from something that you're at work for, or no?
no, I think high school was just like times when I was the most anxious.
Yeah.
Where like I treated everything so fucking like seriously, I guess. So it was like now my subconscious is like, and when you're sleeping, you just have like replay memories and like replaying the most anxious memory. So then your body's just like, oh shit, we have to study for this test tomorrow. Just because I was so anxious back then.
Were you?
It's just coming back.
When did the switch flip?
Of when I stopped being anxious?
Or when you started to be like, fuck, why?
Why am I so
Once you
anxious?
realize it, then it sounds like you've taken steps towards.
I've tried to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You've made a ton of like massive decisions, and that wasn't
Yeah.
there was no paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You switched careers,
I just jumped to it.
and typically someone who is suffocated by anxiety would
not do something like
would
that.
not. So I
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
You could still be anxious. However, you're working through it. You realized it, and you still make the moves that definitely don't help towards your anxiety. But
yeah, I guess I never really looked at it that way. But yeah, I think it wasn't just like an overnight thing. It was a progressive thing where it's like
right.
I call it course correcting, where like something's about to happen, you kind of catch yourself, redirect. Don't do what you would normally do. Like do something different this time. Like change your way you do things.
Is that what you think about when you make decisions?
Yeah, that was a lot of.
So you're testing yourself.
That's what I was about to say. It kind of comes back to like I was still anxious. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Still doing anxious things. So it's like you treat everything like a test, but I'm like my harshest critic. So it's like it's a good and a bad
As you
thing.
should
It's a
be.
blessing and a curse.
Harshest critic, but
Yeah.
I'm also more so now becoming my greatest cheerleader as well.
Woo.
So it's like you got to talk yourself like you are good enough. Things like that ease your anxiety. Things like that,
sure.
having good quality people around you, you know, ease your anxiety. You know, finding a place you belong, doing things you enjoy, relieves the anxiety.
It does.
And so I think I've just found that, working within that, and just trying to get
With
better
the
at
with
it.
the Bice.
And I guess I have made impromptu decisions, but I feel like
And I don't mean like impromptu. I don't mean impromptu.
I move quick. I move quick.
But like,
I don't waste time, dude, because I can't. I really can't.
I'm not saying they're quick decisions, but they're big. They were big decisions.
Big decisions, and quick. No, for sure. I felt like, listen, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well just do it now.
Fuck yeah.
Just do it now. So
Rip the Band-Aid.
do it now. You're 20 years old. Fuck it.
And
you know what I mean?
You did
This
it
is
again.
the time.
You just did it again.
This is the time to not have it figured out. Right. This is the time to make the mistakes.
That's what they fucking say. I don't know.
That's
You
what
know
they
what I
say.
mean?
I mean,
So it's
No,
like
hell yeah.
so
Hell
far,
yeah.
I'm just
that's
fucking
been
failing.
true.
Then I'm just fucking. I'll fail. Find out what I fucking do good at. You know.
I'm a huge fan of that.
I'm gonna figure out something either way.
Fucking sink
You know,
or swim,
in
man.
The Sopranos, there's a scene where Tony says, "More is lost by indecision than the wrong decision." Read that again.
I agree.
More is lost by indecision than the wrong decision. Because if you just fucking jump, take the wrong decision, at least you'll find out quicker it was the wrong decision. If you're indecisive, you don't know what to pick. Well, now you waste all this time and lose opportunities, or you know what I mean. So it's like, fuck it, just do it. Fucking do it. Just do it.
Fuck yeah, man. No, I think
bro.
I couldn't agree more. And I think in life, like that could be just taken in so many ways, and everyone could use. Like Theo Vaughn has a great quote
I love Theo.
where he's like, and
Shows.
I'm sure everyone's saying because it's gone so viral so many times, but he's like, ask her out,
Yeah, it's
right?
the best.
And it's like not him saying like, don't shoot your shot with every girl, but it's like
You can have whatever you
her is
want.
arbitrary. Like if you want it, just fucking do
Go
it, man.
for it.
Go
You
for
can
it.
have whatever you want.
Go for it, man. You really can.
You can
just
have whatever you want. You gotta believe it. You gotta fucking believe it.
Yeah, you gotta take the step.
You are good enough, dude. You are good enough. You're handsome enough.
You go, dude.
You're handsome enough.
You
Show-
are handsome enough.
You're
Great
handsome
shirt,
enough,
by the
dude.
way. Show the camera. Show
And
the
I think-
camera.
I think more people need that. More people need that. You know what's funny?
Just great shirt.
I just recently saw the Inside Out 2 movie,
Oh.
and they talk about that a lot. Where like the character is now going through puberty, and she's in a weird area, and like indecisive, doesn't know where she belongs, and so it's like her core feelings of feeling confident, feeling good. She's now like feeling bad about herself. And she's saying, "I'm not good enough. I'm not a good person. I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad daughter. All this stuff," and like gets in her head, gets anxiety. And then she just got to keep saying to herself, like, I am good enough. I am a good friend. I'm trying. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best I can. And I was like, damn, that's for a Pixar movie, like it was pretty deep. I mean, I guess Pixar's always deep, but
People cried. Like I saw like a lot of the reviews
Yeah.
on Twitter were people like leaving in tears.
dude, it was fucking
That's crazy.
It was a very powerful. Yeah, it was like
Powerful
you
Pixar.
got like it reminded me of Ty saying like stop, fucking casting negative spells on yourself. Like stop saying I'm not good enough. Start saying I am good enough. Even if you don't believe
Simple
it,
as
fucking,
that.
even if you don't believe it, just fake that you believe it.
Yo,
until
you
you,
see,
until
did you see
believe
what
it.
Jared Blake, shout out Jay all over?
Shouts Jay all over. What happened? What do you do?
He posted on his story one day. It was like confidence and negativity toward yourself, or like negative.
They're like the
self-
opposites.
No, confidence and negative self-talk are both delusional.
Yeah, I
But
guess. you're
which
right.
one
do you pick?
helps you,
Yes.
and which one destroys you? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Dude, we've talked about fake confidence. Even if you don't feel confident, just fake it. Nobody's gonna
fake it till
fucking
you
know.
make it.
Bro, fake
Nobody's
it till you
gonna
make it
know.
is so
Fake it till
so
you make it
fucking
is
And when
real.
you make it,
So real.
so fucking real. Well, imposter
keep
syndrome.
on faking.
Imposter syndrome does hit
Ev-
sometimes.
everyone, I think.
I felt
majority
that
of
so
people-
many times.
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
It's
Stay
sucks.
down- stay down till
It's
you
a
come
shitty
up.
feeling, but yeah, you gotta stay
When
down
you
till
come
you
up,
come up.
stay down.
Well, that's the other thing about
Facts.
like taking a big leap. Like, that fake confidence to take that step. Like, you need to carry that too. Once you take that, like,
Yeah,
it's time to pony up, cowboy.
you need to. Yeah, you got to
You
deliver.
know, because you can't once
Let's
you
go,
once you jump
Tiger.
in, once you jump in the water, like you got to pump
There's
them
no
legs.
going back.
Yep.
There's no going back.
You got to pump them legs, and that's where the constant reminders of like, dude, fucking get it together. Like, you're great.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yeah, that comes down to the dog mentality.
Got that dog.
got the
in.
dog in
Get
there.
that dog.
You know what I mean?
Well, what would you rather live a life of hiding?
Yeah. Did you see that?
You wanna fucking
that video?
Stay in the shadow.
Stay in the shadow, bro. The video of Ari Gold, not him, but the character, the guy who plays the character,
Maybe.
Jeremy Piven.
Yeah.
He was like, I forget what he said. I'm gonna look this up because this is good. But he was basically saying like you can either live a dangerously mediocre life or lock the fuck in, and then he like starts going off.
There's also a Joey Badass quote. You guys know who Joey Badass is?
Yeah.
Where he says like, hold on, let me find it. One
Dude,
second.
The most painful feeling
Oh, I found
is
it.
regret.
That is a tough one.
You know.
But he says
It's so true.
existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly, but that's on you. Joey Badass.
Fuck yeah. Or Peyton Manning. There is no right or wrong decision. It's whatever you make it.
Whatever you make it.
Right?
So
like
true.
you have the power
You
to
have the power.
transform your reality.
I'm
right?
hip. I'm with it.
OD, man.
Right.
It's all-
If you
life
want
is
to
about
change
perspective.
jobs, you can do that.
That's another thing about a great leader. Fucking positive.
Positive.
Positivity, dude. Delusional sometimes.
Bro, but if you show up every day and you fucking smile and you're making people laugh, and whether,
It makes you feel a little better.
bro, when the Titanic was sinking, if that fucking captain was cracking jokes, man, it makes people feel a little bit better, like they're not about to, drown.
No, that's a great point.
That's true.
When you're not fucking spazzing out, when you're just Tom Shelby, you're like, can I just smoke this cig real quick?
Bro, and that's
You know what I mean? You
the-
just control the moment.
and
Control the moment.
the best leaders also shield that anxiety or that whatever's breaking down. They shield that from their, you say subordinates or your community or whatever.
Right.
But that's another massive characteristic, I think, of a good leader. To circle
Dude.
back.
I hope we can.
I love that.
I hope we can be good leaders.
Yeah.
That'd be.
We
that'd be nice.
will be good
That'd be
leaders.
nice.
Is leadership innate, or can it be learned? What do you think?
I think it's probably best learned. No.
I think it can definitely be learned.
I think it could be.
I think
I feel like
both.
I feel like somebody that can learn, be a student of the game, put their thinking caps on, and learn both sides of everything or have perspective. Because it's like that Miyamoto Musashi quote where it's like, he who understands things broadly can see it in all things. Where it's like, when you're just able to have that awareness.
Bro, if you're looking at the trees but you don't see the forest, man, you're thinking about it fucking one-dimensionally. Right?
Couldn't say it better myself. Thank you, Varg.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
yeah,
that's
so
a
it's
bar.
like, so I just feel like if you are a learned person, you're a changed person, you can see that. You can see something like that. You see the forest from the trees. You see it broadly. You understand it broadly. You can resonate.
Definitely.
And I think like
leadership's
you gotta
learned.
be able to. If you're gonna be a leader, I feel like you need to be relatable. I think you need to understand people's struggle.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean?
So sometimes that comes with
Because
experience.
yeah, and like Ty said back, like most people start at home plate. Some people get lucky; they're already at third, they're already at second. You know, they get lucky. But for someone that starts at home, the grind for it, like if you didn't understand it, you didn't understand it. You know what I mean? You didn't get it.
But-
And like you got to be able to understand that people come differently. You know,
They do.
you got to understand that broadly.
And for the sports players, though, they say that those that can do, and those that can't coach, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that is a popular
Yeah.
quote.
Popular quote.
It is popular. But I found the Jeremy Piven.
Pop that.
Let's hear it.
Guys in the game, also known as Ari Gold Montrose. Jeremy, how are you enjoying your time in Melbourne?
I'm loving it, and the level of competition here is high. And it's fun to watch because everyone's so intense. They're
10 speakers in the game. If you were coaching your team right now as Ari Gold, how would you fire them up?
just let them know that we have a finite amount of time on this planet, and you can be viciously mediocre, or you can get the after it.
I love it. And you're in town. You got a stand-up comedy show as well. Tuesday in Melbourne, Thursday in Sydney.
But
And
great-
they're playing.
great
And they're
bar.
playing Backstreet Boys in the background.
Unreal.
Unreal. Damn. Well,
A finite
I'm getting
amount
eaten
of
alive
time.
by these Squeedos, and that we hit 2 hours. What are you boys thinking? How do Varg? How do we end this?
Yeah, how do we close this thing out?
What can we tell the people?
Dude, control you can control, right? Show up every day with
Sir.
intention.
Intention. Move with intention. I
Move-
love that.
Move with intention.
That's true confidence when you just move with intention, knowing what you want.
Set goals.
Know what you want, knowing what you're doing.
Set goals, man. And then watch yourself check off the little ones, man, because, hey, man, 1% every day, brick by brick.
Oh,
Brick by brick's the only way you're going to get it.
it's the only way.
You can't get to the mountain when you're looking at the molehill, man.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Wake up,
Ooh.
Preach, dude.
lock the
I'm getting the
fucking-
chills right now.
Ty, what can we say?
I mean, you guys heard it. Lock the fuck in. There's no one else in control of your life but you. If you want it, you can get it. If you don't want it, that's on you.
It's also perfectly okay.
Right.
Al-
Is
also perfectly okay.
perfectly fine if you don't want to lock in. But
Perfectly fine.
I think we all agree that it's best if we all lock in.
I'm on the Davis Clark train. That's the
Yes.
train I'm getting on.
Shout out Davis
Hey,
Clark. We're gonna get him on the pod.
Dude, if he is boarding, I'd buy that ticket.
Yeah. For sure.
I'd
I'm
And
buying
he's
it too.
he's the definition of everything we've been saying.
OD.
Positivity.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Do you know Davis Clark, Rand?
I do not, but I'm with it.
Oh,
We'll put you on.
I'm with it.
get him on the pod.
Yeah, we're getting him
I'm
on
with it.
pod. He's
Spam
from
him.
Winchester.
Spam him.
We're spamming his ass.
I'm with it.
I,
I'm hip.
I think he's pretty hip to.
Coming on pods.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you guys are his realm, I think.
Yeah. We'll be at.
I'll talk to anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere,
Dude,
anything.
This guy you want locked in, dude. You didn't see the video of the guy who ran the Boston Marathon.
He shoot himself?
Yeah, that's Davis Clark.
That's Davis
That's
Clark.
him.
We have connections.
He's
He
a North Shore
posted
guy.
he posted a highlight of him hit sticking some kid from Wakefield.
Bro, he shit his pants.
OD.
But he's a little on the spectrum, it seems.
He.
Or am I out of pocket for saying things like this?
don't
Yo,
think
we're
he's
about to
I
have
don't-
him on pod, bro.
Don't.
No,
he's
it's all
defi-
love, dog.
I think he is quirky.
Quirky.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
quirky.
on the spec.
I was
think he's
told
on
he was
the
on spec. I was told he was on spec.
He
all I'm
could
saying.
be. He was he
All
works
love.
at Fidelity.
Shut up.
I mean, technically everyone's on the spectrum.
Yeah, facts.
It's just
dude,
how
I'm
far
wicked
are you?
Fucking retarded. Yeah, I am.
Well, only if you say that.
I'm
Dude,
a-
no.
I'm slightly
The
autistic, that's
spectrum,
for sure.
the spectrum is like most normal people are in the middle, and then there's people on the ends.
I think it's a score above 50. You're a little tiz.
Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Like, I got Tiz in me. Like, yeah, for sure. Pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy, please.
Man, we didn't even get to the conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you want to get to a conspiracy? Why do you have one in mind?
I mean,
No,
Inside
the-
jobs?
No, I forget what I was driving. I was driving here, and remember when we did Amazon driver helper? Were you a part of that?
yeah. Or I did UPS.
UPS, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I did, and like I just had nothing. You'd sit on that fucking van for 8 hours.
Yeah, just sit there.
So you just listen to Joe Rogan, like 2 episodes, and so like
Grind them.
that was my like conspiracy era, and I feel like we talked about them in the last ones, but no, no, we can save that for
Next time
part
you're
4. Yeah, part 4.
on.
What's this one?
Probably next time you're on would be in the new stew.
OD, what's that? Yeah, can you guys reveal that shit? Oh, yo, your crib in Charleston?
Well, we're not gonna reveal that too much
Oh, my
for the
bad.
people. You know, we gotta keep them guessing.
My bad.
But
New stew.
yes, but yes,
Oh, that's sick. That one I can definitely run to.
exactly. You're definitely running to that.
Are you commuting? Are you gonna make the commute to?
Charlestown is not far from where I live. It's like 10 minutes.
Oh,
legit.
really?
It's probably shorter.
It's
Oh,
like
shit.
Because he
very
lives
close.
in Chelsea.
Because we have one of our boys that used to live in Chelsea. Charlestown, and might pull up. Literally 15-minute drive.
It's Route
that's sick.
1. Boom, you're there.
Yeah, it's literally I could either take Route 1 or I could just go back roads and just fly.
Yeah.
But I gotta drive past Encore, hit that rotary, shoot up to like Blackmore, where that brings you to the bridge over to the north end, and boom, I'm right there, dude. I zing
Bang,
zang
bang,
boom, dude.
bop.
I've been done that
Pow.
drive, dog.
Post Last Man Standing.
Yeah. So yeah, people stay tuned. Last Man Standing, Labor
Last
Day
Man
weekend.
Standing.
If you don't know what it is, it's exactly what it sounds like.
Last
We've been
man
talking
motherfucking
about
standing.
running. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know how it goes.
OD. Ed Block, we're coming for that title.
Yeah.
Facts.
Ed, we know you're watching.
That guy actually
Watch
ran
your
for
back.
He ran for 37 hours,
That's absurd.
147
Sweet.
miles.
You gotta tip the cap. You gotta tip the cap to that.
You do.
But hey, we're working towards it, and we're gonna get there.
100.
We're already there.
100, yeah,
Believe it.
100 miles.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Naruto, believe it.
Brock Lee takes off the ankles, turns into a fucking beast.
Dude, I fucking
Just
love
take those weights off you. Take the weight off you. Let go. Let go of the fucking weighted blanket off you. Just get it the fuck off.
fucking love Brock Lee. Naruto was actually
the goat.
We were talking about favorite characters. Naruto and Sasuke are some of mine. Fine.
Sasuke.
Sasuke's OD.
Sasuke. Damn.
Yeah. So what are you leaving the people with, Rand?
Hey. You gotta just fucking keep getting up. That's all I can say. You just gotta keep getting up. You get knocked down, dude. Fuck them. You just get back up. I ain't hear no bell. I ain't hear no. Hey, I ain't hear no bell. You just gotta keep getting back up, dude.
drag me out of
Dude, yeah, literally. Rocky Balboa is a fictional character, but he's so beloved because he's just. I ain't hear no bell.
He did say women make the legs weak.
He loses in the first movie.
but he takes a beating. He didn't go down. He took a beating and comes back. Second movie,
Yeah.
fucking gets knocked out, wakes back up, bang. He's the guy that takes the hard punches.
That's why fictional characters are the best.
That's why, like,
They just you encapsulate who they are and what they mean. You know.
yeah, when Rocky said, like, I don't care how hard you hit, like, life will hit you hardest. Like, you gotta keep getting back up.
Oh, that was always
Gives the chills.
That was always the beginning of every like
Motivational thing.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And you
Rocky,
gotta keep getting up.
Rocky's the most fucking, like, the most popular fictional character. He's a fake person, and he has a statue.
Yeah.
That's how motivational. How
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
So if that don't get you hyped up, like we talked about earlier, the guy that can take the hits and keeps moving forward is scarier than the guy that's dishing out the hits. So how lucky are we? So this is the song. How lucky are we, guys? We get to sit around with some boys.
Indeed.
Shout out.
No one has it better than us.
How lucky are we?
No one has it better than us.
No one has it better than us, dude.
Who's got it better than us?
Who's got better than us, guys? Fuck. I mean, what else can we say? What else can we say?
Nothing. I think we answered it out.
Stands up to some ZB, guys.
Indeed.
Lucky are we to have a we're all about. Songs of pop. This shit was so hard. The south side of Boston. Hey, dude, banger. It's my favorite song on the album. I love that song.
Shit's gas. The one with John Mayer is also great.
John Mayer. Dude, I can't believe we made a song with John Mayer. I forgot about that.
He's just on guitar, but
Dude,
it's fucking awesome.
it is fucking
John
awesome.
Mayer. That's a dope. Dude, I forgot he had a song with Bruce Springsteen, too. That's crazy.
Oh, dude.
Springsteen, Mayer. That's crazy. Back most of that song's not bad.
Yes, he does.
Small Worlds.
Yeah, he played it at his memorial.
Damn. That's crazy.
Max also got a song with Kendrick.
Back has a ton of songs with Kendrick. And Absol.
Absolutely.
And J-Rock. And Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q.
Dude.
The Pound of the Perk. Yeah.
Bro, fucking... Apparently, Schoolboy Q said Mac was the fifth member of Black Hippie. You know what Black Hippie is? It's crew. Black Hippie was the TDE crew, so it was Schoolboy, J-Rock, Absol, Kendrick, and Schoolboy Q said Mac was the fifth member.
Unreal.
Like the unhonored, not like, what's the term? Fucking honorary fifth member of Black Hippie.
Bro. You know how he released like 2 albums? There was Surf, and then it was like, I forget, Circles, right?
Circles.
Circles,
Sure, was the
Surf,
last album.
and then, but there was supposed to be a third. It was supposed to be a trifecta, where the third was him like spitting, like rapping.
Wait, so swimming, circles, and then a third one?
Yeah, it was supposed to. And the third, because they were both like pretty different. One was groovy or whatever. One was soft, and then the third one was like coming back.
Yeah,
like,
you're
like
right.
Watching movies, like where he
Okay.
was gonna rap and like show
Well-
everyone that he still got it.
We did hear last year that there's a collab Mac Miller album with the producer Madlib.
I did hear that.
That his album, the Mac Lib was named of the album, was supposed to be the one that comes out, and Madlib is a producer known to work with a lot of like street rappers, like hardcore rap. So I can only imagine that this would be Max spitting on Mad Lib Beats. If it comes out, I pray it comes out, and that would be a sick send off. Just some hard Mac shit.
I love Mac.
Just bouncing back, you know.
Easy Mac with the cheesy
Easy Mac with
raps.
cheesy. Who the fuck is Mac Miller? I love that song.
smack
Action
that.
Bronson, slept on rapper. I love Action
Bro,
Bronson.
him on that is awesome, but Action Bronson's really good too.
All right, I'm gonna play one Action Bronson song and then we can go. I just have to let you guys know,
Dang it.
because I bet you guys don't know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Oh, I'm going Bird on the Wire. Fuck it. What the fuck? Oh, it's not on here. That's so fucking annoying. God damn it, these bugs all over my face.
Know you, and you know me.
I'm getting attacked.
And
Maybe.
we both know
We're not supposed to play
how
this song.
This can be.
Fuck it. Sign us out. Someone sign us out.
Thank you for watching the Bice in the back.
Why is my computer being so
Come again.
annoying?
If you watch the end of this video, if you're still watching, actually,
We
good
love
to
you.
go.
OD.
Dance it out now.
Varg, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Come back again.
I am the
Anytime.
Bice in the back. I'm with the Bice in the back.
You are the Bice in the back.